Taraji P Henson is known for her performances in both film and TV. The actress got her start in Hollywood over 2 decades ago. Check out this expansive career of roles in award-winning films like The Curious Case of Benjamin Button and, of course, most recently, Hidden Figures, an incredible film.
Yeah, one after the other after the other. Henson's TV successes include parts in shows such as Person of Interest and, of course, the Fox series Empire, which my husband watched religiously. Watched it more than he went to church. And, of course, Taraji is here with us now, and we're so happy to have her here.
Welcome.
Thank you
for coming. We're so excited.
You are a very busy woman. You have an upcoming movie. You're doing this special thing with Special K. But I want to ask you about Charlottesville, because you have been tweeting a lot over the weekend, and it's something that we are all talking about now. When you watched the video, when you saw the events unfolding, how did it move you?
I guess initially shock.
Yeah.
But then once that wore off, I wasn't surprised, because we can't ignore that hate exists. It does. You know, life is spiritual warfare. So every day we get up, we're fighting good versus evil. So here we are. Here we are, America. What are we going to do about it? You know, now it's time to rise up and kill the devil. Look him in the eye and say, you're a liar. You don't exist. You will not win. So I hate that it happened. I hate that people lost lives. That angel that died, you know, she was outraged at what she was seeing, and she got up and did something about it. She's stronger than any of us. Now we have to honor her. We have to honor those who lost their lives for us.
Yeah.
You've tweeted, love will not hate.
Yeah, love will win.
Yeah,
hate will not.
What I noticed about your tweets is that they were uplifting. They were about, where do we go from here?
Yeah, because if you're bogged down in negativity, then hate wins.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just time for us to do something.
All right, let's talk about this really, really cool project that you're working on. You're here to announce a new partnership with Special K's Own It campaign. So tell us a bit about that. What does Own It mean?
Okay, well, first of all, what I found interesting about statistics, the statistics show that women spend 61 minutes thinking about food. You know, whether, oh my gosh, should I eat this donut? Oh, how are my jeans gonna look if I eat this or that or the third? And I found that interesting. Like, I love clothes, but I spend more time thinking about my food than I do shoes or a bag. And that's sad, because as women, we have so many other things that we should be worried about. Food should be easy. Yeah. And Special K makes it easy for us to make healthier choices. You know, we gotta eat. Yeah. You wanna have fun, and you can. You just have to make smarter choices. And Special K has an array of choices for you to choose, which are high in folic acids and, you know, nutrients that you need, vitamins, berries, nuts. You know, what's bad about that?
Right.
What's to feel guilty about that? So
when I read that statistic, it totally meant something to me, because I remember
let me tell you, Anne-Marie sits here at this desk,
I know what he's gonna say.
Before the show, after the show, she's looking at her computer and she'll say, like, Vlad, you know, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna, right?
I'm always on a thing. The only one that I can talk to about this is him, because he's usually on a thing too. There's something that I'm eating or not eating.
That's true.
But once I did a fast, and so I wasn't eating anything at all, and I couldn't believe how much empty headspace I had. Yeah. Because normally I think about food so much, and there was nothing to think about.
It comes out to 15 days. It comes out to 15
days. It's crazy the amount of time we think about food. And I know I'm busy. I'm always traveling, so I can't really. I need help.
Yes.
You know, I need options that I can take to the airport, because I love all the airlines, and y'all do really good at first class and all. I give you your props. But I can't eat that food. I'm bloated when I get off of the plane, you know. So it's just about making healthier choices and owning them, and not being ashamed of the choices you're making.
You're going to be also in Times Square today?
Yes.
What's that all about?
That's all about getting the message out about owning your food choices, making healthier choices, getting your power back. You shouldn't waste an hour thinking about food when there's so many great options for you.
Eat. Real women eat.
Eat. Just make better choices.
Yeah.
You've talked about it is living in your truth.
Yeah.
That's part of this message too.
I can't see that.
Let's see that. Show it to the camera. Yeah. That is cool.
Yeah. And that, I mean, basically, that's how I move. You know, I wouldn't have signed on to Special K if I didn't believe in it. You know, I grew up eating cereal. Before I even partnered with Special K, I knew about the product. I did a special K fast before, and it actually worked. You know, but it's not just about
good to know.
dieting. It's not even just about dieting. It's just about making better choices for a healthier lifestyle. That's all.
And you know what? If you are kicking butt and taking names, you need a lot of energy. You got to eat your food.
Yes.
That's right.
So let us talk about this new movie, Proud Mary.
In which you are definitely kicking
You're
butt.
a hit girl, hit woman, hit woman.
Yeah. I'm very excited about it. She is a woman who is void of feeling, of course, because she kills people. But when you meet her, she's at a crossroads. She's developing a heart. She's developing a soul, and how does she get out of it? So it's a lot of action. I don't want to give too much of it away, but there's a kid involved who's gonna just melt your heart. And I can't wait until it comes out. It's in theaters in January.
We're showing a little bit of a clip of it here. And you know what's really, for me, having grown up watching Pam Grier in the movies, that she played a strong black woman going out there, kicking butt, kicking ass, essentially, taking names. And even the soundtrack, there's a little bit of that spirit in Proud Mary.
Yes, I felt that, and I'm glad that's how they handled it. It's almost like an ode to Pam Grier. I even tweeted something about her, and there were other actors of the time, but when I think of that era, you can't help but think of Pam Grier, you know. So it was like, I hope I do her justice. I hope she's proud of me, because I watched all of her films. You know, I had to do that research for a film. I did Talk to Me, and I had relied heavily on her performances. So
you know, that was a time when there was sort of like a spark, right? There were a lot of the blaxploitation films were really popular. Pam Grier, everyone loved her, and there was a feeling that this might be a shift in Hollywood, and then it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. It took years.
But it feels like we're back there again, right? Do you think we're living in a time where we are going to see a shift? This isn't just a blip. When we see all these movies featuring African American women as the main stars,
protagonists,
and it's not, these movies are not geared strictly towards African American audiences. Do you think this is a permanent shift in Hollywood?
I hope so. That's why I'm here. That's what my message is, because I never go to the movies and say, hey, I want to see a white movie this weekend. I'm going to see an Asian movie, or that, that Latin movie looks really good. You know, you see a preview, and it either moves you to want to get off your butt and go spend money and take the time. It's a lot going to the movies. First of all, the tickets are expensive. So if the trailer does, I don't care what the color, the person, the skin, I don't care. I don't care if they love a man or woman. I don't care. Does the story move me? And I just hate sometimes when we get into labeling when it comes to black projects. It's the black this, or it's the black that. Why can't it just be a good film? And I think that's why Empire had became so successful, because people were able to relate. If it's relatable, people don't care.
They don't care about the color.
How are white women, Asian women, every walk of life walking up to me, even men identify with Cookie? That has nothing to do with a color. That has to do with ideals, or maybe there's an inner Cookie in everyone, you know. So I hope we're moving away from labeling projects, even projects with women. Why is it a big deal that a woman can open a film? Because women are alive and thriving, and we go to the movies.
Well, the other thing I noticed about Proud Mary is you're an exexecutive producer. So you're making decisions. You got bank. Right? And that makes a difference in terms of, you know, what movies get made.
Yeah, absolutely, because, you know, being an actor, that's just a smaller part. That's like the weakest link to me. So, you know, you get in the door, you're an actor, but then how can I make a difference? What can I do? How can I use my voice? So then you start making power moves. You start having control of the projects that you are involved in.
Taraji, before we let you go, I mean, that's a good way to get into something that is fascinating me about your career ever since you sort of burst onto the scene, your personal story of how you came to Hollywood and why you decided to come. You've inspired so many people,
I hope so.
Young children, people like me, and I wonder, who was inspirational to you when you were growing up? What was the spark that lit that flame?
I guess for me, there were the women right in my family. You know, my grandmother, who's still alive. I just spoke to her Sunday. I gave her all my time. You know, she strong, raised 8 children. They're all incredible. Their kids are all good. All my cousins, you know. My mom was a single mother. I had great examples in my family, so it started there. And then, of course, I had examples in you know, entertainment, that I looked up to. But for me, it was my own family, my mother, my aunts, my grandmother.
Right.
So.
$700 and your son.
And
Yeah,
that was
and
such
look
a
at
great
me
story.
now.
Look at you now. Look at you now. Taraji P Henson, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
by. We really, really love your work, and
Thank
we
you
love
for
you.
having me. Thank you. I love you too. Thanks for having me.